It's in the crib, ma. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
I love this shirt. I love it, even with the little dots of foil around it. If you know how to remove those little dots around your design, then please do let me know, because in future designs that I make, I would like to know how to remove unwanted foil. But other than that, I love it. It's great, just a little foil around it, but you know, I love it the way it came out. So if you like my tutorial, please feel free to join me, subscribe, like my videos, and Gorda wants to say hi to you too. Gorda, come here, baby, come here. So please, I will love your support, and thank you again. Is my design. I am here on canva.com, and what I created was a design about 11 by 8. Remember, if you don't have your ruler showing right here, one thing that you can do is go to File, go to Settings, Show Rulers and Guides. And if I click on that, look, they disappear. As you can see, we don't see them anymore. But I always like to see them there, because that way it helps me visually. It helps me better to understand the exact size of my design. So I'm gonna go ahead, go to File again, go to Settings again, and I'm gonna have them shown. Okay. So now I want to make myself a shirt that says salsa, and what I did, I just started with a text box, which is right here, and then after that I typed the word salsa on it, salsa, and what I did, I just looked for the font that was more convincing to me. One font that I liked was this one right here, the one I have. I'm gonna get rid of this one. Is this one, okay? Salsa. I kind of like that one because it's in a way big, but it's not really big, and it's also nice and nice cursive. So I'm gonna leave it like that. And then I just look for underline for this one. I just went to my elements right here, went to elements, and I just typed underline. Well, it's right here, it's right there actually. So then it started showing me, it went away, underline, okay. And no, elements, there we go. And then look, it started showing me all my underlines that I could possibly have. I like this one. This one is thick, but not overly thick. And also it's not tiny for me not to see it. So I kind of like it. So then what I did, I placed it on my design, and I kind of make the size a little bit bigger in a way. Now, how do you make designs bigger or smaller on Canva? It's really easy to just go and find your points. You click on your design and you find your points right there. Like, look, if you go inside your design, you make it smaller. If you go out your design, you make it bigger. So I made my salsa word big, and then I am going to make this one a little bit smaller. Don't worry if it is getting out of the frame. Don't worry too much, because what comes next, remember, we have to make our design one. And what do you do for this? Very easy. Let me just make this one better. What you do right here, you just go click outside your design and select everything, and then you go to group and you group it. Okay, that way, look, it's only one design. I don't have those smaller parts. All right, I'm gonna make my design a little bit smaller. That way it fits into my whole page, which is 11. My whole page is 11 by 8, I believe, because that's the sign that I wanted in a way for my design. All right, then after that, I'm gonna make it smaller right here. And then after that, I'm going to download it. Let me switch here, close this window. And when we download it, this is what we do. you're gonna come here to your right, top right. And what you're gonna do here, you're gonna click on share. Click on share right there, and then you're gonna go to download. You go to download because this one is a PNG. I went ahead and did it all the way. Okay, if I want it like this, then probably my resolution will not be high enough for my design. And because I want that to be nice and clear, I want a high resolution. So I went all the way to the limit. And then I wanted transparent background. And what that means is that my design can move around and it has nothing in the back. That means that this white that we see in the back of it is not going to show. So I go here. Oops, let me select that. I go here again, go to download. I want the transparent background, and then I'm gonna go to download. And then it's gonna go to my desktop, okay? And I'm gonna click yes. All right, now I have it there. My next step is going to print it. Okay, now that I have downloaded my design, the next step for me is to exit out of this screen and bring Canva and bring Word. So exit out of Canva and bring Word. And I want a new document. And let me just minimize this a little bit so we can work in a way that you are able to see the whole screen. Okay, now that I have my new document, now what I can do is to bring my design in. So what I did, I just got out of my screen and went to my desktop and dragged my design. Now, as you can see right here, I cannot move it. So I go to layout. And then I go to wrap test, and I always do in front, but it doesn't really matter because I don't have any text. The purpose of this is just for me to be able to move it around. All right, and because I'm going to be printing from legal size, I am going to be switching this, and I'm going to go to my size right here, and I'm going to do legal size. I'm going to expand the size that I want. I always make sure that my margins are all the way so I am able to see my exact size of my design. You see how the margins right here, I don't know if you can see this error right here. I always go all the way up and all the way to the left and to the right for my margins up and down in order for me to have a better idea of my design. So what I do, I always go corner to corner right here or all the way to the edge. So I'm able to see. So right here is about 10 inches. So I'm going to go a little bit bigger right here. And I'm going to go 7. I'm going to expand it just a little bit here because as you can see, my 7 is not really my limit of my design. My limit right here is right here. As we can see, this is the biggest part width. So I'm going to go in a 6. So I'm just going to expand it a little bit. So it's around 6'5". And this one is about 10.5. Let me see just to make sure. And if you want to see, like, for example, if you want to see your the whole page, if you go to Word to your corner at the bottom right, there is this line right here with this percentage right next to it. And what you can do is to just grab it and look, the page goes bigger or the page goes smaller, depending on how you want it. And I don't like it that big, but I like big enough so I'm able to see the whole page in a way. If not the majority of it, that gives me a better idea of how it's gonna see when it's already printed. Let me open my frames right here. So just to make sure before I go to the actual printer. Okay, it's about 6.5 and it's about 10.5. So yeah, so about that size, okay? Because I want it right here in the center. I don't want it like right to the top. It's not a very big design. It's just for me to have something there. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do right here is print it, okay? And I'm gonna go to my print, and I'm gonna go to print. And for this one, I'm going to change it to my Epson 15,000. And I did not check in here, margins, legal size. Yes, that's the one I wanted. All right, and because I'm going to be printing in a sublimation printer, I'm gonna be printing my foil in a sublimation. I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna remember to make sure that um, I do my sublimation, that my mirror is on. Okay, so for this one, I'm gonna do premium photo paper glossy. That's the one I want. Semi-gloss, premium photo paper semi-gloss. Okay, so I have paper tray, premium photo paper semi-gloss, and the reason why we are choosing this setting is because we're not going to print on a sublimation paper. I'm going to print right straight to the foil, okay? So that's the reason why if we had sublimation paper, either Hippo or a sub or any other kind, then we will have to go back to the regular settings that we use for sublimation, which is paper matte. In this case, because I am printing on the foil, I have to make sure that I change my settings. So premium photo paper semi-gloss, and then high, and then I'm going to make sure that I mirror my image in here. Okay, so it seems that everything is ready to go. Legal, paper tray, yes, high and go. Okay, very good. So now let's print. Okay, and by the way, if this video has been helpful to you, please don't forget to subscribe. I really appreciate your support. Thank you. In this step, you want to be generous with the powder because we need to make sure that it covers all our image and all our prints, and make sure that you shake it enough and that it covers everything on your image, on your design. I did it twice, but you certainly can try with only one. If you think that only one is enough, then that will be your preference. In this case, I did it twice. I went through the whole process to cure it and apply the process twice. In this step, you want to be generous with the powder because we need to make sure that it covers all our image and all our prints, and make sure that you shake it. Don't forget to pass the lint roller on your shirt to get rid of any fuzz or any dust that is accumulated. By doing this, you are cleaning the surface of your shirt. That way, it's nice and flat, and dust does not get trapped between your DTF or between your vinyl or between any material that you're working with. It's always a good idea to pass the lint roller. And also, don't forget to press your shirt for 10-15 seconds to get rid of humidity. I also wanted to tell you that I am using a pillow, a pressing pillow, to help with pressure. Because in this case, it's always a good idea when you're using this kind of transfers to put pressure on your heat press. Okay, if you don't have the one that measures like me, I don't have the one. I have the one with the handle that you adjusted, but you don't really see any number. So it's always a good idea to use a pressing pillow just to increase our pressure. If you do have one, the recommended pressure is 70 to 75. If you have one of those heat presses that do show the number. Okay, now I'm gonna be placing my design. I have my line right here. I already did the lint roll and I already pressed it for 15 minutes to get rid of any humidity. All right, so now I have my heat press to 362, 70 seconds. And what I'm gonna do right here, I'm going to place it. And I like it a little bit, not exactly straight. I'm gonna mark my half, that way I know exactly, but just a little bit like that. And I have a little bit of adhesive there. So I do my 4 fingers. If you have your plastic ruler, then you can do it. I put a pillow under to help a little bit with pressure. And I'm just gonna do my heat tape. Just to help it be secure. Okay, now it's telling me that it's done. I'm just gonna open and pull out, and let me see. Move the camera a little bit right here. And it still is really hot. So I'm just gonna wait just a little bit so it's not that hot to the touch. Just for me, and I just do this just for my own preference. Once it's done completely, you gotta wait until the whole thing is fully cold. Then we carefully start removing our tape and our foil. so far. I do have a little bit of foil, as you can see right here. Don't worry too much, it's kind of loose. So once I'm done removing everything, we will see exactly what was done and what was not, what is stuck, because some of it is not stuck to the shirt. So that way, and look at this. Look at this, just so pretty. As you can see, and I'm not sure if the camera is actually capturing that, I do have some glitter or some foil around it. It's a little bit of dots from the adhesive that did not came out. Now this, if you want, I actually love it like this, to be honest with you. I actually love it because it almost feels that it's part of the design. If you don't like it like that, then I'm not sure how to remove it.